Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. Today's video, we are going into a thrower army. I posted on this, I think, 2.5 months ago. It's a great strategy. I'm bringing it back because of the life gem. King, we're running the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. Queen, Magic Mirror, and the Healer Puppet. Warden, we are going double gem. Yes, you heard that right. We're going the life gem and rage gem. And trust me, this is actually a lot better than you think. Royal Champion, we're in the Rocket Spear and the Electro Boots. Check this out. The first attack I'm going to show off is one against War, right here. Number 4. So my plan for this base was you want to have a solid Warden walk to set your funnel for your throwers. That's the thing you have to be, I'd say, the most careful about. So for me, I was like, okay, where could we go in towards? Let me explain here. I don't want to go, or I could go. Actually, yeah, I will say it. Technically, you could go any direction you want. You could go 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Because it doesn't really matter. The CC's in the core, so you don't want your warden to deal with that. I would advise to stay away from the monolith to enter at, like, say, this army camp. But for me, I was like, you know what? Easy enough. I'm going to go from 12 o'clock, have him completely take out this kind of compartment. And then I'm going to have my queen, siege barracks. The 2 P.E.K.K.A.s you can use to funnel, or you can, sorry, not the P.E.K.K.A.s, the Yetis. One you could use to funnel, or you could have both with your in front of your throwers with the ice golem, or sometimes I actually like to have it with my queen. So that's a plan here. I'm going to get my warden at the top side, and then I'm going to get, obviously, my queen and the siege barracks at 9 o'clock. I have Diggy on the warden. A little bit of an interesting choice. You can have it to something else, but sometimes I like that stun factor, but I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. So I get my queen, my siege barracks, super wall breaker, get my queen in, provide her 1 Yeti to tank out in front, and then the P.E.K.K.A. should be able to run out in front and tank even more for my queen. At this point, I was a little bit late. I wanted to take this building out right here, the apprentice building, but my queen's going to take it down and actually head in towards the compartment. At this point, I'm going to get a skeleton spell in for this ricochet cannon here. I use it for different reasons. Sometimes I can use the skeleton spell for my main push. Sometimes I use it for my queen. It really does depend. This time, I actually decided to go a freeze spell. I thought I went skeleton, but I went freeze and then skeleton. There it is. I have super wall breakers to get my troops in towards the compartment, but I was like, you know what? Let's just use the jump. Make sure they head in towards it. If I try doing the super wall breakers, I don't want them to walk around. Hence why I got that jump spell in. I also put the skeleton spell there for a reason, because the single target inferno. And at this point, we did a great job getting our troops in towards the core of the base. I get a free spell, poison spell down on the CC. I popped the king ability a little bit early, but because I was all raged up, I was like, you know what? I think it's a little bit better off. Queen's clearing the 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock side. We got the royal champion at 12 o'clock to take care of all of that junk. And then look at the throwers in the core of the base. The king did its best to tank. We have still 2 rages left over. An invisibility spell when I need it. I could use that on the throwers like I did here. I could have used it on the royal champion. Maybe would have been better to use on the royal champion, but you know what? I was like, I'm totally okay with that. At this point, I'm just going to support my throwers. They've done a really good job from the healers to keep them alive, and one other thing I actually wanted to mention. You can also rage up your queen. So, because you get 30 seconds of 3 queens, like that's a lot of damage output. So, to have a rage on them, it was a smart idea. I mess up one of these super wall breaks. I end up using it at this corner junction. I didn't actually mean to, but then I noticed, I'm like, you know what? My queen can reach over everything, so it was okay that I wasted that. There it goes, by the way. Then we could just speed through here, have a bunch of throwers still alive, got my queen alive, warden's fully health, and look at that. The throwers don't even go down, and most people without the Eternal Tome would be a little bit nervous to use a strategy like this, but I'm not. I think it's going to be very, very good, and I love it so far, so I will see you guys in the next attack. Okay, before we take it out into Legends League, I was like, you know what? Let's just do another war attack. I selected the number 2 base. Again, the most important thing with this army is setting a funnel for your throwers. So, where can I enter in from? I don't want to attack the monolith with my warden. That's not very smart. A little bit too much damage. And then to lure him, I feel like I would get in some trouble. You could enter in from the 3 o'clock side, 12 o'clock side, or you could do 9 o'clock here. But I think 9 o'clock can be best funneled with my queen. And then I'm just going to go warden from the top side so I can ignore that Giga Bomb. So let's give that a shot. And then we're just going to put our troops in between that. The rest of them, Royal Champion, I really like from the bottom side here. But we shall see how it goes. So we're going to get our warden in. Loon to test for any Seeking Air Mines. Get the healers in like this. Perfect. I'm going to go maybe a wizard over here. Super wall breaker. I'm going to go queen. Siege barracks. And I'm actually going to save the Yetis this time around. I'm just going to let my warden work. Not rush anything at this point because we don't need to. Baby dragon for a little bit more funneling. Take all this stuff down. I'm going to provide a skeleton spell for the ricochet cannon this time because there was so much damage there. I am going to do a rage on my queen, pop her ability. Warden's doing fine. He's done enough of a job to set the funnel, so I'm just going to get the rest of my troops in here. Get the king down. And let's see, can we get a solid path here? I'm going to get a poison spell in. And everything's looking good. If I need... Oh my gosh, I forgot super wall breakers. It's fine. There we go. I'm going to get the next one in here. I'm going to do a freeze spell just like this. Keep everything healthy. Get our first rage in. And then, let's see. Like I said, world champion at the bottom side. Man, the troops are looking great. I'm going to get another freeze spell in here. Send in a headhunter. How's my king doing? Fine. I'm going to get another rage for these throwers. Freeze spell on that single target inferno. And king is leading out in front. That's good. I actually do want that. I'm going to do an invisibility on these throwers. We have a jump spell left to use. Where'd my world champion go? She's kind of just down, but you know what? That's no big deal. Let's take out that single target inferno. I still have a jump left that I haven't even used. That's my bad. Let's start getting some cleanup in here. Warden is completely healthy, guys. This is what I was talking about, man. There's still a minute left in the base, and these throwers absolutely cooked here. You love to see it because I was wanting throwers to be good, especially even just when the troop came out. I was always a big fan. But yeah, we're totally going to swag this, actually. This jump is not going to be needed. I need that thrower to take out that multi-archer tower, please. Can you get that done for me? Let's send in a headhunter. But yeah, throwers get the job done with the swag. Jump spell. Don't even need it. I'll just drop it anywhere. At this point, does not matter. But yeah, I want you guys to try out throwers for sure. They're a lot of fun. And I think with this double gem, I think it's got potential. Like, obviously, not every attack's going to be the cleanest one ever. I think you guys should practice, but I don't know. I feel good so far, but I will see you guys in Legends League where we should do a couple attacks and see if it works there too without all the planning like a war. Okay, perfect. We are ready to take it into Legends League. I'm not going to make any changes to the army. So far, so good. I'm happy with it. Let's head in here and see if we can get some 3 stars. A little bit of a weaker base, but hey, we take it. We don't really care. I'm going to go Warden to set our funnel. I'm going to keep him away from the CC single target inferno. Having the queen by there, I don't want to deal with that. I can rather send my queen and siege barracks there. So the warden at the top side actually is probably the best bet. We're going to let him walk because time's not too big of an issue. So let's also start with a baby dragon of funnel a little bit. We're going to get a wizard out here. That should be able to do the job. And then we're going to go siege barracks queen. Get a super wall breaker here. And then I'm going to get an early skeleton spell. And just keep an eye out on our queen. Go like this. Maybe a yeti over here. Warden's still doing great. I'm going to have to lure him once he takes out that multi-archer tower because then he's done his job. So we're just going to go like this. Perfect. Get the yeti. Get the king there. Get the loons out front. Queen's doing great. I'm going to provide all of this as super wall breaker. Super wall breaker for my queen as well. Hopefully that super wall breaker makes it. Yes, it does. I'm going to rage up my queen. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need a rage just yet. Let's get a jump in towards the core of the base. I'm going to do a freeze spell. I'm going to go poison, rage my queen, pop her ability. I am going to freeze this invisibility tower before it pops. Pop the king ability to open up the base. There we go. Another freeze on that invisibility tower. I'm really trying to get that down. My queen should be able to snipe here. Take all of that down. Take the splash damage. Royal champion from the backside of this base. The only thing I ran a little bit in trouble with a base like this is that my healers transferred to the throwers up top, which is a little bit of a struggle, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to rage up my royal champion for the backside. See if she can take all of this junk out. Here we go. She's raged up, but she also has a spirit box support. Take out that single target inferno. After that, we should be good because I think she's going to go invis again. Nice, and she should be able to clear the backside of this base for us Perfect. Ooh, she hits the giant bomb. That's all good. We still have the throwers alive. Okay, this one on a weaker base, it looks a little bit tough, but I have to preface by saying I do blame those healers for running away, but maybe you could also blame my pathing, which wasn't great, which I'm not going to blame you for, like, if that was a little bit bad. But hey, a 3-star is a 3-star, but I think what I mean is, like, the more you practice with this army, the better it's going to get, because right now, with the life jam buff, your throwers are working better. The rage is providing extra damage, so your ward charges get better, and just the walk in general works really great. And I like the Queen and Siege Barracks. They mesh perfectly with this army. The World Champion positioning on this attack was a little bit weird, but hey, it happens sometimes. I will see you guys in the next attack. Okay, it's time for the last attack of the video. Let's see if we can end it off with a nice little 3-star. Okay, so we've got an invisibility tower in the core. That's not too big of a deal if we can just deal with this the proper way. I'm going to send my Warden at the top side. Have him funnel there. And then I'm going to go Queen with the Siege Barracks at the opposite end. Provide a super wall breaker. We're going to go... Yeah, oh, I just dropped an E-Titan. That was a mistake. That was not intended. I'm going to get a skeleton spell out here. And then baby dragon over here to funnel a little bit to make sure the Warden doesn't go in towards there. Queen's doing good. I am going to provide her some support. She turned back, though. She's not going to anymore. Warden's done his thing. I'm going to let him take care of that, and then just lure him over. 3 loons like this. King, super wall breaker, get him in. Let's keep an invis on my queen. And how about we jump in towards the core of the base. Here goes the Valkyries. I'm going to actually freeze that ricochet cannon because it's acting quite annoying. I'm going to go roll champion to cut off the funnel. And then push my troops in towards the core of this base. We're going to go like this. King ability pops off. Just take care of that invisibility tower. I'm going to freeze here on that monolith and ricochet cannon. Rage all this up. Get a poison spell on these ice golems and king. Send in my own headhunter. And then at this point, let's just open up the backside of this base. We're going to get a queen ability. We're going to get another rage in here for all these throwers. And have the queens take care of the town hall. Throwers are doing quite well, actually. They're staying pretty healthy. Royal champion supporting the opposite side. We're going to get another rage. Then we're going to get a free spell like this. And we should be good to go. That's what you love to see. I knew it. I knew throwers were going to be good. Just because I think, honestly, you could go for the Eternal Tome if you want to, if you don't trust the double gem. But seeing how the life gem caught that buff, I don't know, guys. I'm really, really liking this. Like, they're working. We got the queen up, royal champions up, throwers are still healthy. If you can just keep the throwers up and make sure your healers don't take too much damage, set a solid funnel, you will be good to go. And look at that. We still have a minute left in the battle. Obviously not the toughest base in the world, but I think the war ones were a little bit better. But glad to show 2 attacks in Legends, 2 in war. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. We have lots of stuff coming down the pipeline. But yeah, I am a little bit busy, but hope you guys can understand that. And hope you enjoyed. So let me know if you did. I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace out.